Fury wants to keep running. The side will put him down, but it only takes the Aegis the Immortal. VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
10 seconds remain. Axe, choose your hero.
Especially in these earlier levels, it's a lot more damage, and this next one.
Yeah, level 1. So that level 2 power spike is just a little bit. His lanes just trying to make sure that everybody's feeling Gucci gang with everything. Oh, they do get the stun there on the Echo Stomp, and now with the Berserker's Call already here, this is going to be more than enough damage for them to get the kill.
Vanguard here. As soon as he gets that, he can just cut waves. The kill potential on UDB is pretty low. Also bottom.
It looks like there's a whole lot of aggression once again towards this bottom side. This is exactly... He's getting a little bit low here, and he doesn't have the Blink Strike, so he's just going to go down, and this is just the way that we've seen a lot of these... Wraith bands and stuff going that maybe might have been something they wanted to try and get for. The Berserker's Call is going to come in. Look at the damage that goes through with the little shredder. The dunk goes down, so that's a bit of extra armor going to here of Seri. And Ken, he's just come in as well. We need a few more spins. Seri, he needs the spins. He needs the damage. Is there going to be anything? No, it's the dunk.
By making these run rotations, which just like this seem to be okay.
Yeah, but they've just come in with the Arena of Blood. They haven't really been able to connect the kill there onto KNP. The toss goes in. Rupido gets thrown away, and the Berserker's Call hits onto 2. Seri hasn't been able to get the spins just yet, so it's not that. At least will keep themselves alive, and BB will get the free kill on T here in the middle lane. So they keep KNP alive. Seri makes a rotation. Is probably going to be able to keep this tower alive for a little bit longer as well. Maybe he might lose his life as well. Oh, it's going to be very spooky, especially with these creeps dying out. Eventually, he's just getting kited around, and now... getting speared all the way away from his tower. He's going to use a Berserker's Call. They've made the rotation here from Inigo. See what he could do here. Ingoen is just going to cop a God's Rebuke, and he will lose his life now. Leona X has come back in. They will use the Overgrowth. It's going to do a little bit of this extra damage to keep people alive, but Seri wants to try and come in and get these dunks going so we can get this permanent armor, but it wasn't enough, and a little bit of an overstep from the MY lads means that this bottom lane is merely...
He just got bashed in the face by an ogre, and I love to see people still not expecting that.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny, but either way, there's a team fight that's going to start to pan out here. Is the armlet being utilized here by JG to keep himself alive a little bit longer. The Earth Splitter in combination with the Overgrowth and the Sonic Wave on the backside. It's just so much AoE damage, too hard for them to deal with, and now the Soulbind Phantom's Embrace is going to be what will try and signal their retreat. Whether or not they can actually get out scot-free is going to be another question, though. They're going to turn back around here. They had the Centaur double stun with the Inkswell. They're going to come back in here. BB is looking to see if he can get some kills onto Rupido, but the sleep is good enough. The dunk comes down. Seri cleans up 1. It is a 2-for-1 trade.
Greedy here, skipping the BKB. And then Seri with the Blade Mail at some point, being used on T here right now.
Looks like he doesn't even need it right now. They've got enough damage, especially with the Inks.
By top, right? You got this tree in. Just chilling, hitting creeps. Another kill.
Rupido, he's been found out. They had to use Arena of Blood here from JG. Do they have enough to try and take down the Grimstroke? They do at least get Leona X for that. Seri is still here. He's waiting for his Blink Dagger to be off cooldown. See if he can find some Hombre, some Mortimer's Kisses. Is going to be enough to get that kill, but Ken's gone inside of the blow, but it's not going to be enough, especially with the Blink Call. Comes in there. The Earth Splitter's going to buy them enough time to get Ken away from this, but they can continue to chase with BB. They get the kill there on the Phantom Assassin. T. He tries to do what he can with this Echo Stomp, but it's not going to be enough, and BB running out of that transform. We'll have to, for some of these heroes to really start to put the beat down. T. He gets himself around the tree. KMP is in an awkward scenario. Now they're going to walk in with the BKB. Arena of Blood, spear onto the wall. Earthsplit is going to do a lot of damage to be able to get through 1. So Leona X is the first one to die here. MY, they're looking to see if they can get any response with his second life on the Tiny, but I think they're just going to leave him be for now. Avalanche, he's getting kited around. It's very hard for him to walk away without his own BKB. They don't have the Shapeshift, but that's a huge Echo Stomp. Sonic Wave comes in, Screaming Pain on the backside as well. Everyone just has to run away for MY. They walk away from the Berserker's Call. Seri isn't going to be able to catch anybody. Now finally, Leona X coming back into this. He's seeing if he can help his boys out, but they've already dropped 1. It's middle wave, so they at least know that something's going on here. The Blink goes forward. The Snapfire is unfortunately being caught out. So we'll see how this team fight does go now with no Mortimer's Kisses to play around. Sonic Wave is a complete whiff. And Rupido, unfortunately, is getting Soulbite and caught out. This is a massive overgrowth, though, but the Lycan Bite doing a lot of work so far for KMP. He just wants to see if he can get on top of some of these members and start to hit away from them, but he does use his BKB, so he has to run away. So the fact that this fight starts out on such an awkward...
Absolutely amazing. And something that MY actually needs. Series in.
Yeah, he's found out one, so they're going to be able to get rid of the early one, but the BKB has been popped quite late here coming in from Ken. So he's about half HP when he comes into the rest of this team fight, but they're getting rid of MyPro extremely fast. Now, BB, he's here, Tiny with a D.
Could easily be running down Rapido and maybe even Ken for some of these quick kills.
Yeah, it's going to be sticky for them. JG walks in, he's going to be able to find out MyPro, he just gets deleted by Ken. Harder for them to try and deal with something like this, though. Ken is just going to deal with these creeps. If they're any privy to it, yes, they are. The Lycan Bite goes through KNP. He's walking forward. Who's he going to find? He's found JG, but how much damage can he do? It's very hard for him to get through this Mars, but he's found out the PA. The PA gets called by the Berserker's Call. Sonic is going to do a lot of damage. They've got the Fan of Knives. Is it going to be enough for them to get through it? Oh my god, KNP just slapped down Rupido. Now they have the Avalanche, now they have the toss. KMP trying to burn through the PA, but it's just not going to be enough. The Earth Splitter does enough to get rid of the Axe. So they don't have this Berserker's Core to play around with, but KMP, he's still a man on the mission. He's still trying to win this game for his team. He has the Silver Edge to play around with one more time. Turns around onto Teehee and claps him down. The Fan of Knives in the backside here from Ken, seeing if he can get the kill onto BB, but it's not going to be enough. Pro comes in, ultra kill for the Tiny. We're looking close, Mr. Ken, 480 gold, so we need some bounty runes out here, boys. So if we can keep this game ahead, because 75 seconds on the silo with no PA means that KMP can have his way with some towers.
Rates on MyPro, AC on BB. They're poking Throne? They're gonna get away with this.
Yeah,
PA can't buy that. There aren't bounties on the map.
And they've got the Lycan form back up once again. He just two-hit Rupido. He just two-hit him. He just went bada bing bada boom.
Actually just got deleted.
Yeah. KMP buddy just hit some buildings, get the free dub, and we'll think about this next game about how you want to try and tower dive. He's going to come in, see if he can start smacking some people, and he will get it done.
Behold the horn of Magnus.
The Spirit Breaker is a much bigger global presence, but in the kind of unified team fight state, the Lycan Tiny kind of want someone to just jump in. And speaking of the Spirit Breaker, Seri taking a lot of damage here.
He's kind of copping the clicks, and this is an age-old strategy. If you can't stun him, slow him.
On top of that, JG is going to be quite tanky. So last game, he was quite tanky on the Mars. Oh, yep, MyPro is dead. JG is Radiant splits one wave, Tide splits the other, Seri gets ganked on top.
No, unfortunate that Seri doesn't survive this time around. So, I like the rotations coming in from Lazify, right? Like early on, he really wants to try and make this rotation.
Like he's able to just sit in his lane. Seri dies to any rotation ever. Like he is not strong right now.
Speaking of trying to be strong, there has been a fight in the mid lane. JG's the one that gets caught out here. They're seeing if they can catch out Ken, but no. In comes the Battle Trance, so he has been able to stay alive for a little bit longer. But how much kite can they get going? They have a salve that goes through. Still trying to see if he can get on top of these members, but with the Shapeshifter wearing out, it's hard enough for him to get on top of Ken, but the members are there. They've got the Centaur Stomp, and same with the charge through. JG's a little bit slow on the trigger with the RP. He didn't really want to RP the little boys. And now, with the Nature's Grasp, they get themselves far enough away. And beautiful movement there from BB.
Yeah, it definitely does look like UDV. They're trying to play a bit of a slower game here. JG should be going down bottom. Got the Ravage rotation, though.
Yeah, they had to spend that little bit of extra time to kill the Magnetar here. That means that the Ravage is going to go down. Very tanky hero is this Tiny, but with the Finger of Death, it's more than enough. Ken's going to burn through that.
He camp and doesn't even realize that he got the drop.
Yeah. And that's certainly a scenario. That's why you see it quite a lot in these competitive games. Earthspike goes out bit wayward once again, so they've used the shapeshift. They have the avalanche and the toss, so they do a lot of damage to the Tidehunter, but how much can they do? Oh, JG, he blinked in at the wrong moment, and the RP's really not going to do much. The Silence comes in from the Phantom's Embrace, and JG, he's done nothing but hit his R and S keys. And that means that they're just going to lose their Magnus before anything comes up, and Ravage is still on cooldown.
KMP, but he's got this high ground ward. JG's going to have to blink right.
Oh, Leona X, he's just going to walk in. Look at the gonads on this man. I was gonna say that would have been the most audacious TP on the entire planet, because the funny thing would have been is they're saying RP me, and speaking of RP me, BB's the one that's got the raw end of that ultimate ability. He will at least get himself away, and this time around Lozafly will hit the Earth Spike. So
that much damage. KMP is going to see this. They do have the creep in there as well.
You're going to try with the Mortimer's Kisses here to at least burn everybody behind, but look at that avalanche. Everybody goes through. The battle trance comes down, so it will at least keep Ken alive for a little bit longer. The overgrowth is going to mean that the fight's going to come through for Ken to win that against the Spirit Breaker, but all this magic damage is able to take down Ken. They're going to pop the Shapeshift as well here, so BB and the boys are going to get themselves a...
Safe fruit coming out from MY. We do also see Ken very close to that BKB, so he will be kind of scary once he gets that. I think it becomes Siri's job to kind of make sure he's charging him. He has already got that shard as well on Siri, so they have that ulti control for Rapido, which we are about to see.
Speaking of, just the break that goes through, I think that's the scary part, right, is you've got the shard on Siri, so you've got the break that goes through the Tidehunter, and they're just able to tear through everybody. JG, he's been caught out. KP goes to the backside, avalanche toss. He wants to get rid of this Magnus, but he gets pulled towards the tier 2 towers, or tier 4 towers, pardon me. He still has the Aegis to try and play around with, but it's all about making sure that you're not in a rough scenario for your team to overextend. Now, that extra life...
So, Ken giving away a bit of positioning, and KMP's instantly punishing it with a catch on Teehee.
Yeah, he just walks up and takes a freebie. Seri, though, does have the Bulldoze, so this Hex really isn't going to be able to do much for them. Soulbind comes in, the BKB coming in from the Seri's Nether Strike. It's hard enough for them to deal with, and now the Silver Edge just got picked up. That's just 3 quick picks. What else are you supposed to do here? It feels like you...
Like, Teehee dies, he's a Treant. Get the Magnus safe. He's not getting caught on bottom. JG is going to go down here. KMT gets another kill. And UDV, this is what they have to be careful of. This is a much better approach. They managed to catch Siri in the top half. And
Roche, see if they can start building towards these next set of items here for the Tiny, because they have the Ag set to build up. KMP, oh, he's just found him out. Silver Edge, Avalanche Toss, bada bing, bada boom, off you go. See you later, Mr. Tidehunter. That's a 10-1 Tiny. And I think the biggest thing that we...
stall a little bit more, and then we're much, much stronger than that.
Yeah, okay.
And we take over.
Good way to think about it, but either way, we've got a team fight that's about to brew up here. Roche is on the menu. Who's going to get it done? The RP goes down, snatched up by Ken. Big play here from UDV. They're going to be able to tear through the Tiny. They're looking to see if they can connect on it, but they haven't been able to just yet. He wants to turn around. He wants to get some of these kills, but you have to be careful because you've only got about 20% HP. Oh my god, my pro says, yoink. See you later to the Tidehunter. They're going to run in here. They've got the Inkswell on the Crepes. Oh no, Mr. Lion is having a rough time. They have the bite on KMP, so they want to try and turn around and see if they can get the kills here on the Ken. He has the Aegis of the Immortal, though, to try and play around with. The Overgrowth only catches on to a few of these members. They're going to go back around, get away from Ken for a little bit long here. KNP goes in with the break. It is enough to at least get the kill there onto the Troll Warlord. Avalanche Toss goes back in once again. These Whirling Axes doing a beautiful job. Everyone's staying on the high ground. Unfortunately, they have no other way of getting into this fight. They have the cookies done. KNP and BB, they want to hit him. Look at how close they are. They're like, just let me hit him. And unfortunately... it is just going to be the death of the Troll Warlord, and this Tiny getting away by a sliver of HP will haunt UDV for the next couple of days.
But there was actually a window there for them to dive, and now they'll just find Repeater for free anyway.
They're not really committing just yet. They don't have the damage. Beautiful little horn toss brings Sarah into the tier 3 tower and brings him to his death. He is in all these frays. Now they're going to come forward. Oh, Earthspike just misses. Lozify, that is unfortunate because there is a rock that is turned into a wolf. One hits the line, says see you later. BKB being popped here by Ken. RP goes down. Do they have the damage to tear through this Tiny? He is very, very tanky. Pops his own BKB, turns around with the Inkswell stun. Hasn't really been able to do all too much, but I think the big thing for him is the fact that Ken's BKB has what? Oh! Lozify, you almost got one hit. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Shard, Inkswell. Now we've got a fight going.
Yeah, my pro, he's been found out, but he at least gets himself the double stun. Seri on the backside has just found himself a Lozify, and now KMP is able to just walk in and whack away on everybody. Seri's been able to come in and see if they can get the kill here onto Ken. Battle Trance has been popped, so he's at least going to have a lot of this regen, but the amount of damage that this Tiny can do is all too much, and with 70... And the way they play it, you have to be giving respect to KNP and BB. Ooh, JG. Didn't hit the RP on that one, so Lenarax is going to go down, and I think MY, they've figured it out. We have some free time with some buildings here, boys and girls. Let's just take it down. My Pro goes in. Double charge goes through. The Inkspell's going to hit onto as well. They're going to have the kisses, the spits, the spats, everything you want from My Pro. And that just means that MY are going to be able to put a cherry on top of their game number 2 here. One last hurrah that goes in. The Ravage goes down. Base is very, very low. JG, though, gets almost double tapped out of the game, and KMP, he's looking to try and pad those stats a little bit more. The Silver Edge break goes in, and he wants to hit down the Tide. He will get it done. There's only 2 members that are left alive. Finally, the GG has been called here by Ken, and with a wayward treat, JG will just let his boy run away. M1.
Right. Trinkets.